captains out there on the floor. Over to the left is the Bentalou team. They'll be in the red today. And on the right will be the Madison Square Rec in the yellow. Gary Stein and Derek Toney with you. Bentalou got here by defeating Cecil Kirk, Oliver, and the Jaguars. And there is Bentalou. And as far as Madison Square is concerned, they defeated Chick Webb, Liberty Road West, and Northwood. To get here, there's their head coach, Ben Du Bois, over on the right. And this should be an interesting game. As we mentioned, Derek, in the Open, a lot of tradition in these two programs. Some great players from Southwestern have played for Herman Johnson over at Bentalou. Great players at Madison Square. And who knows, some of these players could be future stars.
Yeah, 5 years, these guys will be freshmen in high school playing on the JV. Maybe some of these guys could be playing on the varsity level. So it's just like, it could be the future, we're looking at the future of Baltimore basketball.
And this is perfect for you because you get to scout in advance like 4 or 5 years because you cover the high schools for the Baltimore Sun. So you're going to be, I mean, this is great for you.
Yeah.
All right. We're just about ready to get it underway. That's Bentalou's number 2, Richard Harris, in the box, along with Vincent Delaney for Madison Square. Getting ready for the opening tip, and the 5th annual Mayor's Holiday Tournament is underway, and Madison Square has the ball first. From the corner, that's number 1, Juwan Robinson with the shot. It won't go, and Bentalou comes down with the rebound. Here comes Christian Monroe. Try to get it down low, and it's stolen away by Madison.
Good defense.
Here comes Madison the other way, and that's good. Vincent Delaney with 2.
Yeah, nice running by Delaney.
So Madison Square off to the early lead. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first period. Here come the Bombers. Nice move inside and all the way to the hoop, and it goes. Give the basket to number 3, Corey Copeland.
Corey Copeland taking it to the hoop with authority.
You may want to watch Corey Copeland in the future, though.
Yeah.
Wild shot by Madison Square, but the rebound comes back. And now it is Bentalou that has the ball. What do you look for? I mean, with these kids 8 to 10, obviously all the skills aren't there yet, but what does a coach look for right now?
Probably, I guess, one of the biggest things is seeing that if this kid does have the ability to mature. I know these guys are 8 and 10. Of course, they're a long way away from playing varsity, as you see.
And let's talk about some of these skills here, and that's the pass that we were just talking about.
That was a good pass by Copeland.
And on the other side, Madison with another pair. That'll be number 10, Loy Savage with the hoop, so it's 4-2, Madison leading. And here comes Bentalou the other way, and there's a steal. Madison Square on the break. They just couldn't convert. And Bentalou trying to get the ball out of trouble. Nicely done by Madison Square.
Good attempt in the transition by Madison Square, just couldn't get it to fall.
But the foul will be on Madison Square, and here comes Bentalou. There's some offensive skills, everything but the shot there for number 2, Richard Harris. They do keep the ball. It rolls out of bounds. It belongs to Madison Square. A little bit sloppy right now, Derek.
Yeah, but I like the aggressiveness. Both teams are taking it right to the hole.
Herman Johnson on the Bentalou side. There's the drive by Madison. Denied. That's Juwan Robinson. Jump ball, the call. Arrow points towards Bentalou. Bentalou in red. Beat Cecil Kirk, Oliver, and the Jaguars to get here. Here's a good look at their point guard, and here we go. Bentalou with the ball. 5:12 to play in the period. And a foul on Madison Square. I believe that one will be called on number 5, Josh Godwin. Bentalou trying to get it inside, but Madison Square there. Steal the other way. Let's see. Bentalou now with the ball. Good pass up ahead. Can he keep it in? He does. And the hoop won't go. Nice try there by Richard Harris. And now Madison Square the other way. Not sure that's the shot they wanted there.
No, most definitely not.
And the pace is furious. There's a drive from the corner. That won't go. Ball loose out in front, and it'll stay with Bentalou.
Bentalou's playing very aggressive right now. Like, you know, just taking it right to the hole. Antoine Welch number 45 for Bentalou, is really setting the tempo for Bentalou.
And that's a trademark of that man, Herman Johnson, we just saw. A long-time director and coach at Bentalou. Had some great players now at Southwestern. Ernie Evans, among others.
Yeah, Reggie Johnson.
Reggie Johnson, exactly. Been there for a long time, has Herman Johnson. Proud of his boys, and I think his boys that have grown up are proud of him.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
All right, here's Bentalou at the line. First free throw is good. That's Richard Harris with his first point. Richard Harris wearing that headband. Richard Harris is actually a good story. Coach Johnson was telling us at the start of the game that here's a young guy who wasn't doing well in school last year. In fact, he was cut from the team, but he's really turned it around.
Yeah, not only on the court, but off the court, which is the most important thing.
And that is the most important thing. Whoa, and there's a good rebound, tackle from behind, although this isn't football, from Roy Savage, and that ball will belong to Bentalou.
I think it's the intensity of a championship game.
That's
every loose ball.
They had 12 teams in this 8-10 tournament. A nice turnout for the kids. Here's Benalou's number 45. Oh, it's Antoine Welch, and that's up and in. Give that to who now?
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris, so he's got 3. And Bentalou now has jumped into the lead. 2:45 to play in the period. Outside shot. Looked good, just didn't go. And there's a foul in the lane, and it'll be on Madison Square. And that'll be the 5th team foul on Madison Square.
Yes, and Bentalou has not committed a foul yet.
Ben DuBose, Northwood football, Madison Square basketball. Has enjoyed success in both. Here's Bentalou with the try. Corey Copeland on it. Finally, it goes in. And Corey Copeland will get the hoop, and he will go to the line. Good work by that big man, for that man, Ben DuBose.
I'm telling you, right now, if you look at Bentalou, it is aggressive on the offensive boards. If you continue to be aggressive on the boards like this, you will get the hoops sooner or later.
And every time Bentalou has the ball on offense, they're looking to push it inside.
That's right.
The free throw won't go for Copeland, so it stays at 7-4. We've got 1:30 now to play in the first period. And a foul, this time will be on Bentalou, they're first. And Bentalou will have the ball from underneath the basket. Or check it, Madison Square will now shoot. That's where we are.
Madison Square in the early going look like they want to go more of a perimeter game, and Bentalou again, aggressive in the inside.
Roy Savage at the line, hits the first free throw. Roy Savage, remember that name. Second free throw is also good. 4 points for Roy Savage, 52 seconds to play in the period. It's a 1-point game. And now Bentalou losing it off their foot out of bounds. And with 40 seconds to play in the period, here's an opportunity for Madison Square to take the lead.
Yeah, I think Copeland tried to do a little too much for Bentalou. Had to get the ball in the hands of number 45, Antoine Welch. He's the one who sets the tempo for the Bombers.
There's a drive and the hoop. And Madison Square has taken the lead.
Jerron Robinson with the drive and the hoop.
2 points. Madison Square up by 1. 17 seconds to play in the period. This is Copeland displaying some nice skills, but he can't get it to go, and Savage with the rebound. 9 seconds to play in the period. They've got to move it up quickly. 5 seconds to play in the period. Final shot. There it's taken by Robinson. It is wide. No good. And that is the end of the first period. So Madison Square with a 1-point lead after 1 period. And we've seen some good action. We'll come back with second period action when we return to Lake Clifton after this.
To get ahead, you need the right shots. With all the different shots I take on the court, none are as important as immunization. Children need a lot of them before their 2nd birthday. I make sure my son has the right one.
That's the teamwork.
Moms, dads, and grandparents, everyone can be a player on the immunization team. Guard your little ones against preventable diseases.
When it comes to teamwork,
immunize now!
And that's where we are. The Mayor's Holiday Basketball Tournament. I'll tell you what, it's hard to believe this is the 5th annual. Table 44 has been doing it for 5 years, and it's really flown by.
We disqualified a basket on the free throw from Madison. They violated, the shooter violated the lane.
Gotcha.
We took away a basket.
You know what? We've just received word that one of the free throws from Madison has been disqualified because of a lane violation on the team. So the score now is 7-7. We had it at 8-7, but one of the free throws was disqualified. So 7-7 is the score. And so we got a tie ball game after 1 period. Okay, here we go, second period now. Bentalou. This is Welch, and he has it taken away. Nice play by Tyrell Johnson, and here comes Madison Square. Nice pass to the outside. Madison Square, as you mentioned, Derek, looking for that outside shot. And there is a shot, but the attempt was waved off. Foul on Bentalou. Madison Square coach Ben DeBose. He's got to watch that score there. There it is, 7-7.
Belou's in the zone, try to negate Madison Square shooting ability.
There's a long shot taken by Robinson. And Copeland with the rebound, so he's doing it on both ends. Oh, there's a beautiful block by Robinson.
Big time block.
Set by Welch.
Big time block by Robinson.
$6:50 now to play in the half. And Bentalou losing it along the end line, and the ball will belong to Madison Square. So Madison's a real pesky kind of team. They get their hands in there on the ball.
Yeah, very aggressive.
And here's Godwin with the shot. It won't go. And Corey Copeland again with the rebound. Copeland advancing himself, the Charles Barkley clone.
Oh,
all
yes.
the way to the hoop, and he scored.
Oh, yes, baby. Count it.
Corey Copeland with 6 points.
Coast to coast.
And now it's Bentalou with a 2-point lead. 6:10 to play. All the way, and that'll be a travel on Madison Square. Tyrell Johnson. Let's take a look at Corey Copeland coast to coast.
There is. Nothing was going to stop him. Great move. Right off the glass.
9-7 Bentalou. They've got the ball. This is Copeland at the top of the key. And he is stripped from behind, but a foul. Actually, the foul was committed in front of him by Jawan Robinson, number 1. Herman Johnson directing traffic. His club with a 2-point lead.
I'll tell you, Corey Copeland's playing like a miniature Charles Barkley right now.
He's got 6 points and probably just as many rebounds.
Dominating on both ends.
Shot from Madison Square, the outside by Godwin. Or check it, not by Godwin, but by Tyrell Johnson. That won't go. And it'll be Madison Square ball with 5:10 to play in the half. Another shot from the outside. And going for the rebound, and let's see who it belongs to. Stays here with Madison Square. Tyrell Johnson will inbounds. Up top for Godwin, that's deep. Copeland there for the rebound with good position. Long outlet for Welch, down the left side. Turnaround move in the lane. Welch shot won't go. Offensive rebound, that won't go. And Madison Square clears, and a foul from behind. Richard Harris commits the foul. That's the 3rd team foul. In the half.
Madison Square is coming down now. I think they need to start to get the ball inside. Try to be a little more diverse in their offensive set against Bentalou, because Bentalou pretty much is going to stay in a zone and say, hey, try to beat us with the outside shot. Right now, the outside shots aren't falling from Madison Square.
And here comes Welch for Bentalou. Getting it inside now to Copeland. That turnaround jumper a little bit too long. Offensive rebound, though, run down by Bentalou and put back in by Dondre Scott, number 31. A two-pointer for Bentalou.
Yeah, ball just came right to him, turn around, right off the glass.
Dondre Scott, nicely done. From Samuel Moore School, 10 years old, and he now gives Bentalou a 4-point lead with 3:35 to play in the half. Madison Square still being forced to the outside and not being able to connect. And there's Copeland for the rebound.
Again.
Corey Copeland, a one-man show. Welch, nice passing underneath to Scott, but he traveled with the basketball. Or check it, that was to Richard Harris. 3:10 now to play in the period.
You know, right now, Gary, Lloyd Savage has 4 of Madison Square's points. Well,
and there's a
change
two-pointer for Madison Square.
I think that's Joshua Goodwin on the basket.
That's the first tee for Josh, and here's Madison Square with the steal.
Oh, that's correct. That was Jawan Robinson with the 2.
So that's Robinson's 4
points.
But Godwin with the nice steal, but he loses the ball the other way.
Yeah, the point I wanted to make, Gary, that right now Savage has 4 points, and he's matched up on Madison Square end with Copeland, and maybe Madison Square needs to get the ball inside to Savage and try to get Copeland foul trouble, because right now Copeland's just dominating on both ends.
That was another hoop for Copeland. He's got 8 points. 4-point lead for Bentalou. 2:15 to play in the half. Madison Square now. This is going to the corner. For the first time, really, tonight, they go down low, and it works. Loy Savage for another pair, and he'll go to the line.
Like I said it earlier, Gary, they have to get the ball inside the Savage and get Copeland in the foul trouble, even though the foul isn't on Copeland. But again, Copeland's just dominating on both ends.
That's the 4th team foul. The free throw is no good, and here comes Welch for Bentalou. They look to run to the left hand, and a reach-in foul there on number 5, Josh Godwin. And Welch with a nice run there for Bentalou. 13-11, the Bombers lead it with 1:53 to play in the half. It's running time here in these games, except in the final 2 minutes of the half. The clock stops when play stops. And now a pile-up there, Copeland right in the middle of it. And the ball will belong to Bentalou. Good pressure from Madison Square. Bentalou working hard all the way to the hoop, a determined effort by Harris. He is fouled. The 8th team foul on Madison Square.
Again, Bentalou being the aggressor. About to shoot 2 foul shots.
Richard Harris steps to the line with 3 points this afternoon.
That first shot, Gary, he's kind of far away from the line. Maybe need to move up a little bit.
Yeah, he's pretty deep there. Now he moves up. Let's see if that helps. Well, that one was off the glass, but no good. And now Robinson the other way for Madison Square, but he tries to do too much and loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, definitely trying to force it.
Now Bentalou with 1:35 to play in the half. Let's see if they try to hit Copeland. There's a drive all the way, it rolls out. Copeland with the offensive rebound, and he puts it up and in. I'm serious, you better watch this guy next couple of years. 10 points.
Some big-time plays out there.
1:15 to play in the half. It's a 4-point lead for Bentalou. Shot from the outside is short. Copeland, who else with the rebound? Nice cross-court pass for Welch. He scores.
Nice look by Chris Monroe to find Welch with an easy 2.
So Welch, who's played well all game, gets his first 2. And now it's a 6-point lead for Bentalou with 52 seconds. Copeland gets his hand in there, and Welch comes away with it. Let's see what Welch can do on the other end. Copeland trailing the play. They get it down low to Harris. That shot off the glass, no good. Harris with the offensive rebound. That won't go. 35 seconds left to play in the half. All the way in, the drive. The basket won't go, but Godwin draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. Good look at Corey Copeland, 10 points. Don't know exactly how many rebounds, but probably right up there as well.
Yes, a lot. Again, doing it on both ends of the court.
Takes the free throw just a little long there.
I think right now, if I've been Du Bois, I'm thinking about maybe trying to get Copeland into foul trouble. Try to get the ball again inside.
Turnaround jumper, nicely done, but it just won't go by Vincent Delaney. And now with 20 seconds to play in the half, here comes Bentalou. Welch all the way, denied by the board. Here comes Madison Square. 10 seconds to play in the half.
Good
Shot
pass.
on his
Good pass by Josh
Nice
Greenwood.
pass and a nice bucket for Madison Square.
Jawan Robinson with the bucket.
That's 6 points, and at the buzzer, Bentalou can convert. A very fast-paced, and for Corey Copeland, a very productive first half. Bentalou with a 4-point lead, Derek.
Yeah, most definitely Copeland. Like again, I say it again. He's just dominating on both ends of the court. And if I'm Ben Du Bois in the second half, take the ball right at Copeland. Try to get him into foul trouble, because right now at this pace, Copeland's just going to carry Bentalou to the championship at this pace.
And there's Copeland's basket there, 2 of his 10 points. As far as the first half is concerned, Bentalou leading it by 4. Herman Johnson telling his club, good job, but we got 16 minutes to play, and we'll come back with those 16 minutes when we return to Lake Clifton after this.
Drugs are the enemy. Fight hard, hang tough.
Excuse me. Do you wear your safety belt?
Why, no. I don't wear my safety belt.
Thank you.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
All right, welcome back. Third quarter action now. 17-13 Bentalou leads after the first half. Let's see how it is. Madison Square with the ball to start off the third period. And again, they go to the outside shot. That's Robinson, who is short off the front iron. And here comes Bentalou the other way. And now taken away by Madison on the steal. 1 on 3. Let's see if he forces it. He does.
He does.
And now Bentalou losing it. They had the ball. Number 12, Christian Monroe. But he lost it out of bounds, and that's a break for Madison Square. In the middle, they try to get it. 15. They're 15 or 45.
Look like 45 fouls
Levi
on.
Stokes. Now here, Madison Square. Again, underneath.
Trying to go to Savage.
It just won't go. And Copeland with the rebound. Nice pass up ahead. Harris scores. Richard Harris has 5 now.
Harrison broke ahead of the pack. Easy for the layup.
Harris and Copeland have combined for 15 of Benalou's points. So they have outscored Madison Square by themselves. 6:50 to play in the third.
Vincent Delaney drawing a foul, going to the line. Madison Square's first possession, Gary, he did go inside Lloyd Savage, and even though he didn't convert the basket, it's something that Madison Square is going to have to do.
First free throw, no good. Let's take a look at the last replay here. The lead by Copeland and the hoop by Harris.
You can see Harrison, easy to recognize with the white headband. Head of the pack, off the glass, for 2.
Second free throw, long, no good. Madison Square, though, gets the rebound and the hoop. Nicely done by Robinson.
Ron Robinson, the lefty stroke.
Now Robinson is their Copeland. He's got 8 points. It's a 4-point game. Inside for Bentalou, can't convert. That was Brandon Crowder, who's seeing some time now in the second half. If we can watch closely Copeland shortly, he's actually running with a bit of a limp.
Yes, he is.
Corey Copeland.
Savage.
There's a hoop.
Savage with the basket over Copeland.
So Loy Savage now with 8 points. It's 19-17. And there's the follow. There's Copeland with the follow. 12 points. And Copeland now 12 of the 21 for Bentalou.
He does have a little limp, Gary, but it's not bothering him too much.
And the foul on Madison Square. There's Corey Copeland. You can tell a bit there as he's just favoring that left leg. It's a little bit more pronounced, though, when he's running.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't seem to be bothering him there, though.
No,
Nice
no,
little
sir.
spin move, and he's getting the ball back and scoring! Nicely done by Corey Copeland.
Gary, I know Corey Copeland's only 10 years old, but he is a man.
14 points for Copeland, and he'll go to the foul line. And single-handedly, he has extended the Bentalou lead to 6. Could be 7 in a moment. Exciting play by Corey Copeland. Let's see what kind of a free throw shooter he is. Not bad. 15 points for Copeland. There it is. You can see him a little bit on that left leg. He's short-legging it there. 24-17 the score. Bentalou by 7.
You know, Copeland being maybe a little hurt, maybe double teaming him now on the offensive end, try to frustrate him a little bit.
The runner by Robinson is short. Offensive rebound, though, from Madison Square, but losing it out of bounds is number 45, Levi Stokes. And with 3:50 to play in the third, it's Bentalou by 7. Copeland, pass to the outside. Shot is a little bit too long. Harris with the rebound, goes strong, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. Madison Square trailing by 7. Ben DeBose got to rally his troops here as Richard Harris steps to the line. Clanks off the iron.
See, Harrison has white headband and black socks.
He's making a statement.
Making a statement.
And the second one won't go either. Madison Square with the rebound. Godwin now across the timeline. 2:45 to play in the third. Madison Square trailing by 7, a foul away from the ball on the Bombers, and Madison Square will have it. And coming into the game is Darnell Harris. Sitting down now is Tyrone Walker. Shot no good, and that's got to be a travel there. Good try, but just couldn't really do anything about it.
Yeah, Monroe just was falling down as he got the ball. Travel call.
Christian Monroe. And here's Madison Square. 2 minutes now to play in the third. Long shot there, attempted. And it won't go. Offensive rebound, though, for Madison. They do keep it in. Nice move in the paint. Everything but the shot there by Godwin. And coming away with the rebound is the littlest man on the court, Antoine Welch. Over to Copeland. Nice look inside for Harris. Puts it to the floor and banks it home.
Wide open. No defense in the post for Madison Square.
7 points for Richard Harris. The bomb from outside, no good. Harris with the rebound, and he has it stripped. Stokes has it blocked by Copeland. Nicely done. And there's a little traveling call on Travis Oden. But that was Corey Copeland with the block to lead that fast break. 1:12 now to play in the third, and Bentalou leads by 9.
I know know we still have a minute and then another 8 in the fourth quarter, but right now, Madison Square.
There's a runner by Godwin. That's his first two.
I was going to say, Gary, Madison Square maybe running out of time as far as going to the outside. Maybe need to go inside. Y'all get some foul trouble against Copeland.
Well, I'll tell you, Copeland has been obviously the difference in this game. There's Harris with the turnaround.
Harris, nice turnaround.
And let's give him some credit. He's got 9 points.
He's really picking up the pace.
And it's a 9-point lead for Bentalou. 29 seconds to play in the third. Long shot from Robinson, no good. Offensive rebound for Madison Square. That won't go. Taken by Delaney.
Great outlet.
Bentalou, nice outlet. Let's see if they can convert. The Bombers, that's to the side. 10 seconds to play in the half, or in the third period, I should say. And for all intents and purposes, by the time Madison Square can get the ball downfield, time will have run out. 1 second to go. That'll count, but it's no good at the buzzer. And that is the end of the third period.
Right now, Bentalou again, trying to play aggressively inside. Madison Square has to stop rushing shots a little bit. Like I said, go inside a little bit more. Try to get foul trouble. Well, not only now, first it was Copeland. Now you got to look at Richard Harrison, excuse me.
Right.
Because he really stepped up in the third quarter. So right now, Madison Square down by 9, and with the running clock, it's an uphill battle.
1 quarter to play, up by 9. Bentalou back for the fourth after this.
I spent many years in the NFL with cracked back blocks and abusive fans. But now I'm helping abused children and crack cocaine addicted babies.
Working together, the Ed Block Courage Award Foundation and NFL charities help abused children in Baltimore and NFL cities through Courage House, a national networking support system for abused children.
The Ed Block Courage Awards Foundation, the best way to help abused children.
And welcome back, fourth period action. Let's take a look at Antoine Welch here, going strong to the hole. And look what he does. Richard Harris, the man.
Yeah, Anthony has picked up the pace in the third quarter for Bentalou, with Copeland being a little slow by a leg injury.
All right, Madison Square now, trailing by 9, 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play. There's Robinson, the lefty. The shot won't go. They do keep it in, though, in the corner. That's long. And let's see who that one's off of. It's off of Bentalou. Madison Square will control. The clock runs with 7:25 to play in the game. Corey Copeland has been the difference tonight. 15 points for Corey Copeland. The runner, and good. Number 2, Vincent Delaney with the hoop. So it's a 7-point game, and now the press from Madison Square. And can Copeland catch up with it? Yes, he can. And there's how to break the press, and they do. Benalou's number 11. Antoine Green with 2, and give the assist to Corey Copeland.
Yes, broke the press, just got to the ball like it was going to be stolen by Madison Square. Copeland got to it, found Green.
Wild shot by Madison, won't go. The offensive rebound somehow goes in. Nicely done by Loy Savage. 10 points. It's a 7-point game, and here's the press again. Well, that should have been over and back, but it wasn't. Here's the long shot. Bentalou with the offensive rebound. Does not go. Battle for the ball. Offensive, no, and now a foul. 1-and-1 will be the call. I'm sure that was over and back at midcourt, but no call there. Let's take a look here at the play in the front court.
There it is.
This is the
Madison
press.
Square forcing the press.
All right, now let's see if we can pick this up here. Well, they do break it away. That's Copeland, and watch the
gets to the ball. Found the open man for the easy layup.
Nicely done.
Breaking the press.
Meanwhile, on the other end, Madison Square just put one in the hole, but it was waved off because of traveling. So still a 7-point lead, and here's that press, and it works here. Robinson takes it away. Puts up a 3! Oh, my. Jawan Robinson with 11 points, and it's a 4-point game. And now a foul on Madison Square. Ben DuBose can't believe it on the sideline. With 5:20 to play in the game, Madison Square's cut the lead to 4.
That's a big shot. That is a big big shot for Madison Square.
Herman Johnson telling his club, all right, we still have a 4-point lead. Just have to break that press, and Harris goes right through.
Harrison.
He goes all the way, but he misses. And now Harris draws the foul.
Wide open, Gary. Harrison just couldn't convert it.
So this game has changed quickly, and a lot of that has to belong to Juwan Robinson's three-pointer.
Yes, big shot. And again, Madison Square forcing the tempo defensively with the half-court press.
And there's the foul as Harris came in and knocked down the man from Madison Square. So, a timeout on the floor, 4:43 to play in the game, 30-26 Bentalou. Now, if you're Benalou's coach, Herman Johnson, you've really enjoyed a steady 4, 6, 7-point lead tonight. What do you tell your troops now that the momentum has obviously shifted towards Madison Square?
I think the biggest thing right now is trying to get the ball over the half court, because right now Madison Square is going to be pretty much pressing them half court for these last 4 minutes 43 seconds. Play smart, make good passes. That's the biggest thing. Right now, even though Madison Square has been forcing the press, they haven't been getting back defensively. A few minutes ago, you just saw a few seconds ago, Harrison had a wide open layup and he missed it. So I guess biggest thing for Madison Square is to get back defensively with this half court.
Well, it's a 4-point game as Herman Johnson talks to his troops. You see Corey Copeland looking at us right there. How you doing, Corey? 15 points on the afternoon for big number 3. And here comes Madison Square. The runner, and that won't go. Madison Square, they're doing a good job on the offensive rebounds. This will be a jump ball. Let's see which way the possession will go here. It'll stay with Madison Square.
You're right, Gary. Madison Square has been more aggressive on the offensive boards.
Madison Square now double teaming the corner. Get it out, they finally do. Oh, trying to get it inside to their big man, and it's taken away. But a travel call, and with 4:10 to go in the game, it'll again be Madison Square ball.
Big break for Madison Square.
Godwin putting it up. Won't go. Copeland rebound, nice outlet. And the 2 on the other side belongs to Lionel Jackson.
Copeland with the assist again, Madison Square not getting back.
Foul on Bentalou, number 10, Lionel Jackson. 3:40 to play, 32-26. Ben DeBose watching his team trail by 6. Godwin, shot won't go. Rebound. For Bentalou coming down to Monroe. Into the hands of Welch in the corner, looking for Copeland. No, taken away. Nice pass up ahead. Robinson breaking free, but he couldn't score. The offensive rebound won't go. They wave it off anyway. The push will be on
Savage over the back.
Roy Savage with 10 points, but committing that foul. 3:04 to play, and it's a 6-point game. Lead for Bentalou. Now the other way, Madison Square committing the foul.
Welch avoiding the press from Madison Square, taking it down the sidelines.
Shot in the corner won't go. Here comes Savage with the rebound. They finally do break it. All the way, a walk. Delaney with 2:25 to play. Time now really starting to be an ally of Bentalou.
Delaney tried to do too much, man, should have given it up.
And the bad inbounds pass, and Madison Square with the opportunity. And from behind, that's Monroe with the foul. There you have it. The clock will stop at 2 minutes. Now the clock stops every time the ball goes out of bounds or a foul is committed under 2 minutes. So actually that becomes a help now to Madison Square.
Most definitely, Gary.
And there's a nice drive and a hoop. Number 12, Vincent Delaney, he's got 6. It's a 4-point game with 1:47, and now it's
lost the ball.
Now this could be a one-basket game. Robinson to the hoop. Oh! Gary. Jawan Robinson with a pair of three-pointers, and now it's a one-point game. 1:31 to play. Jawan Robinson has 8 points this half, 14 on the game, and let's watch the score.
Look at this guy. The left-handed floater. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
And I got to tell you something. He knew exactly where he was on the floor because he shot that right at the line. 32-31. A minute 31 to play. Bentalou leads it by 1. There's a look at the Madison Square bench, and they have to be in a much higher spirit right now.
Oh, most definitely. Down by many as 8 going into this fourth quarter. Now I've got it down to 1. But the biggest thing right now, they've consistently been getting beat in the backcourt. They have to stop that down this last minute 31 seconds, and try to force another turnover. Right now, Bentlou's a little shaken right now. They've had a big lead all game. It's a one-point game.
Well, it was 28-19 Bentalou after 3 in the fourth period. Madison Square has outscored Herman Johnson's club 12-4. And now Bentalou with the ball. 1:31 to play. There's an aggressive play by Robinson. Bentalou, though, does control, trying to get it down to Copeland, and they're doing a good job of denying that. Here's Robinson with the left hand. Can he make another one? It's short. Ill-advised there, and Welch getting it out to Copeland. Nice pass up ahead. It's taken away by Godwin. The battle for the ball. Godwin wins it. 1:05 to play in the game. It's a 1-point lead for Bentalou. Madison Square turnaround. Won't go. Offensive rebound, though. In the corner, this is Godwin. He'll run in the lane. Oh, he can't
get it.
They had 2 good looks at the basket.
Yes, they did, Gary. And the big thing, Madison's getting back on defense until now.
And Copeland with the assist to Lionel Jackson. It's a 3-point lead with 40 seconds to play. Let's see if Robinson is the beneficiary here. Looked like it could have been a travel, but actually a call on Madison Square, or check it on Bentalou. And with 36 seconds to play, Bentalou has a 3-point lead. Taking it is Jackson. That is a wild shot. Savage.
Not a good shot by Savage.
And here's Lionel Jackson slowing it down. Let's see if they look for Copeland. 25 seconds to play. This is Welch.
Start the foul now. Time's running down.
And Bentalou, well coached, and now taken away by Godwin. And a foul on Bentalou. Bentalou, well coached. They know to hold the ball.
That's right.
And Herman Johnson, the architect of that team. 16 seconds to play. It's a 3-point lead, and I'll tell you what, Madison Square had their chance to take the lead. If they just had a chance to get it perhaps into the hands of Robinson, they might have had that 3-pointer.
Yeah, they took a couple of bad shots.
And now a timeout on the field, on the court rather, and we'll take one too. You see it, Bentalou by 3. We'll be back for the conclusion when we return after this.
2 o'clock. Okay.
Your employees who serve in the National Guard and Reserve may seem different. They may work a little harder, be more confident, more willing to make the extra effort to get the job done right. So when your employees need time off to serve, remember, it's not just good for our country, it's good for your business.
Glad you could all make it.
All right, back to the conclusion. 16 seconds to play. Madison Square will be at the line. That's Josh Godwin with 2 points tonight. And Bentalou leading it by 3. Free throw, 1-and-1, no good. Bentalou has the ball.
Got a foul now.
And Copeland with the nice outlet to Welch. 9 seconds to play. Welch finds the opening, scores, count it.
We'll do it.
A foul, and that'll be just about all she wrote. He's happy, ain't he?
Oh, yes, Herman Johnson. He's going to win the 8-10 championship here at the Men's Holiday Tournament.
Let's watch the whole sequence here. Welch, actually the end of it, finding the hole and scoring.
Madison Square, again, not getting back on the defensive end. Pretty much most of the game, Madison Square has done not a great job getting back defensively. And Bentalou has taken advantage of it for a lot of easy layups. Probably almost maybe 12 to 15 points they've had just by uncontested layups. And in a game like this makes a big difference.
So there's Bentalou, Herman Johnson weathering that storm. They've got a 5-point lead. They'll be at the line. City Sports Scene, that's my show, hey.
Yeah.
Great show we have this week, if I say so myself. The year in review. It's a definite must-see. All the highlights, all the interviews we've done throughout the year. We revisit at the end of '94. And
am I on it?
You're on it.
Oh, really? All right.
95 will be an even better year for us, and we encourage you to watch the program as well.
Hey, Gary, the way things are going in professional sports right now, I think only the local sports team will be the only thing that won't be on strike.
And I'll tell you what, my show is devoted to that. And there's a reason for that.
That's right.
36-31. Here's Welch to cap it off, and he does. For Welch, that is 3 points. On the night, Madison Square with one final try. 2 seconds to play. That shot won't go. And this ball game is over. And it's a good one. And Bentalou acting as if they're going to Disney World, and who knows, maybe they are.
Hey, the big man tonight was Corey Copeland. A man among boys tonight.
And, you know, you got to give credit to Madison Square. They faced a 9-point deficit going into the fourth period. They pulled to within one. They just couldn't get over the edge.
Yeah, just couldn't get that basket to go in. But great job by both teams. You know, sometimes we keep forgetting that these are 8 to 10-year-olds, and sometimes maybe not overly critical. Maybe we sometimes pick on little things that, hey, you know, they're learning. Every game, every basket, every time they dribble is a learning experience for these kids.
Good look at Bentalou as the line forms, and that's why they play it, folks, the trophies. In fact, I was talking to both teams before the game, and all that was on the kids' minds were, hey, if we win, we're going to be on TV, but we're going to get that trophy.
That's right.
And that's what they want. They want that trophy. And it was a great game, 37-31, the final. Bentalou. Let's recap some of the scoring real quick for you. The big game, the big day today for Corey Copeland, 17 points for Bentalou, 9 points for Richard Harris, 4 for Lionel Jackson, 3 and 2 for Dondra Scott and Brandon Crowder, or check it, Antoine Green. And for Madison,